Hello, in this tutorial we'll continue to explain some elements of working with a buoy rig. I'd like you to notice that at the very bottom of the rig we have a control, and that control is named here, it's named World Control, and when we select that we're able to move everything on the rig. I would also, so one way of rotating the whole character is doing it this way. We can also select the head, and we can orient the head to the body by setting this in the channel box to 1. And if we rotate the hips, now we see that the head is following along. If we would like to change these legs to follow along with that rotation, change them to forward kinematics to 0. So forward up. Change this to 0. Enter. There we go. The other one as well to 0. And now when we select this hip control, we are able to rotate our character around as well. I'm going to go back where I was with the legs in FK, talking a little bit more about moving this character. There's a lot of wonderful poses we can get with this character simply by moving the hips, rotating the hips, and moving the feet. Right now you'll start to notice if I want to rotate that knee, I can use the rotation in X there. If you want to be really sure to get really clean rotations in Maya, you can use the channel box by selecting the rotation you want to affect and going into the perspective or the panel that you're working in, and middle mouse scrolling to get some rotations. And now you'll see that rotation is really clean, and it's just rotating in that Y axis. You can also double click the rotation tool and select axis orientation to gimbal. You'll notice that the rotation, the big light blue circle around the rotation is no longer there, but we can use this and get some really clean rotations now that it's in gimbal mode as well. A lot of animators like to work this way. We'll notice that our arms are in FK, so when we have a pose that we would like, we will begin posing out the top of the arm and then pose out, because everything moves below it on the chain in forward kinematics, which is completely the opposite in inverse kinematics. When we have the computations are done for us, and we are simply positioning the foot controller and specifying the rotation with the pull vector. Okay, we have previously created our mouse grips, so now that I've got the character positioned in the way that I want, I am going to make sure that I select all the controls and press S to make sure that that is all